No words. No words, people. You see this, yeah? This mask here. That's all we do. 3 point collectors. We steal points. That's all we do. That's what we're on. We ain't playing games. We ain't here to impress nobody. It's just straight business. Straight business. I don't even know if you people can hear me, but I'm gonna take this off. Yeah, you heard me. Now you hear me. If you didn't hear me, now you hear me. We ain't playing no games. Straight business. 3 point collectors. Death, taxes, and Casemiro at a set piece. Guaranteed. Cash money. Easy. 100% record at Old Trafford. Michael Carrick, what do you want? What do you want? Too easy. Too easy. Top 4 is secured. Heck, top 3 is secure, people. I'm chilling, waiting for European football. I'm waiting to hear that Champions League theme again next season. Let's have it. Let's have it. But you know what? Fine. You people want me to be realistic, right? You people want the breakdown. You people don't want this. Okay, fine, no problem. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. Honestly, shit first half. Absolutely shit first half. From both sides. Villa was shit. We were shit first half. But you know what? It's all about how the game ends. It's all about the final result. You could be shit all half, both first and second half, but if you get the 3 points, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Both teams were shit in the first half. Nobody deserved a goal, or let alone anything in that first half. I don't even remember anything memorable from that first half, to be honest with you. We were just misplacing passes, overhitting passes. The touches were not there. The 50-50s were not being won at the right time. It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. Second half, we kind of upped the tempo a bit. I don't know what was said in the changing room, but clearly you could see a lift between the players. A bit more of a confidence, a bit more of a motivation to want to go get the win, to want to go grab a bit. You could see almost as if the players had that realization that, you know what, we need to secure this top 4, this top 3. We're on par with them, with Villa. And you just saw it immediately. We looked a bit more intense, a bit more, the tempo was a bit higher. And, from the pressure, that's where we get the goal. Corner, straight ball in from Bruno. Cash, like I said, cash money. Cash on set pieces, cash money. Back-to-back goals. I think this is his best goal-scoring season ever in his career. Ever in his career. Inarguably, probably the worst team he's played in, considering that he's played for the great Real Madrid at their great period, so yeah, cash money. I feel like we probably have the most set piece goals in the league, probably maybe under Arsenal, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do, because I feel like every second Casemiro goal is a set piece, so it's just cash money. Bruno with an assist, can't complain. Villa get back in the game, unfortunately. Good goal from Barkley, I have to say, to just wrap that up first time on the weak foot as well. You got to give him his credit. You got to give him his props. Those were shades of Everton Barkley. What a finish. You don't complain about that. Finishes like that, you don't blame the keeper. You don't blame nobody. You just put your hands up and accept it's a good finish and move on. And from that point, we looked shaky, people. I can't lie. I was worried because Villa looked like they had they looked more motivated to win the game at that point when the scoreline was 1-1. They looked like they were going to run away with the game because we looked nervy. Our touches were not, we're not crisp. We were shaky whenever Villa were running at us. But, before you know it, Bruno straight ball in again, through ball. Cunha 2-1. Bit of a surf celebration. Can't complain. Let's have it. But you could just tell that goal from Cunha just calmed everything. Just calmed everyone down there and then. So, yeah, people. To be honest with you, the starting lineup, I wasn't mad initially because I understood having Mbuemo up front, is for the energy, for the legs, to try and press Villa from the front to try keep Mings and Konza, you know, uncomfortable. But the longer the game went on, the amount of crosses we put in that, the amount of good crosses we put in that first half in the box, and no one was there to try and match it or try get it, was disappointing. Really, really disappointing. And you could see the way the longer the game grew on, he made it clear that we needed Sesko to come on. He made it clear we needed the focal point. Nothing was sticking on. We didn't have a focal point in the game. That was my biggest disappointment, and that was probably one of the very few criticisms I have of Carrick in this game, because only putting Sesko on with 15 minutes, even though we were crying all game long for a focal point, for a striker. There was no one. Mbeumo was drifting to the left. Bruno was coming in as a 9 at times. Ahmad was coming in as a 9 at times. Cunha was trying to do it. It was a bit disjointed. It was a bit like nobody knew who was there. And we were just almost, it was almost a case of like square pegs and round holes type of thing. Bruno just went over there because he saw that there's nobody out there. But then if Bruno's out there, then who's going to make the pass to Bruno? So this was the problem. Mbeumo drifting out wide, Ahmad drifting out wide, both Mbeumo and Ahmad hugging the same spots, the same positions, and it was a bit of a mess in that sense. And I think that kind of made it easy for Villa's back four, especially their back two, Konza and Mings. These are big physical guys, who need to be put under pressure, who need to, be let know that they're occupied, but they had it comfortable because we didn't have a focal point there. But once Sesko came on, you just saw that focal point immediately. Someone to occupy that middle of the attack immediately, straight away. And he gets the goal. I mean, deservedly, fair play to him. But him getting the goal is just him just having that knack, that smell of being in the right place at the right time. That goal came from nothing. It came from a cross, a block cross from Cunha that was deflected off the Villa right back, and then he just switches his body, he just twists his body in the right angle, and then just slaps it in, deflects off, and in the net. And that's how you take it. That's what good strikers do. I said it before, people, that my favorite thing about Sesko is that he's an all-round finisher. He's got so many varieties of finishes. He can lace it, he can head the ball, he can finesse it, he can score in the half turn. He's not just a one-type of striker. He's not a one-trick pony. And that shows you, that's a sign of a good striker. Not just a good finisher, a good striker. So, yeah, people, I'm happy. What a way to bounce back, It's unfortunate with the way we play once a week, that whenever we lose, we basically have to take a week to digest, think about the defeat for a whole week and stuff like that, which is not great, Other teams get a chance to play midweek and make up for the defeat, but we have to wait the next weekend. And then if you lose 2 games, 3 games on a bounce, it just becomes, it just starts clouding, uncomfortable conversations, which we don't need right now. But yeah, look, people, big win, big statement against a rival, against a team that is par with us on the table, trying to get to play Champions League football, trying to get to that top 3 as well. So we needed this win. Liverpool are playing later today. They probably beat Spurs and close the gap in the top 4 race. So we needed this win. Chelsea lost, so it was big that we made up for it and took advantage of it. So yeah, people, let's have it. I shall see you soon. Peace.